Hi, welcome to the Astro Indra channel. Very excited to have you guys. Thank you for your love, like, and subscribe. Loving the attention, loving the appreciation for the content that's coming through. Just inspires me to make more and more content. What are we talking about today? Today, we're talking about the law of attraction, the Jupiter way. It's very ancient towards astrology as to how we could make a life and a living based on Vedic astrology and principles of NADI. And you can create your life and living using these principles, using these ancient principles, ancient Vedic wisdom, and you can make a life for yourself and you can make an amazing living for yourself. So let's uncover the law of attraction, the Jupiter way. So, first and foremost, what do you really want? What do you really want? What do you really need? Look at that. Look at what is it that you really want, what you really need. Focus on that. And then look at where is Jupiter placed in your horoscope. Which house is Jupiter placed? Which nakshatra is Jupiter placed? What's the nakshatra animal that's associated with Jupiter? Make the connect with it. So let's take an example, and let's also understand how this works as such. Typically, we have 4 planets which are completely internal based, which is we have Sun, which is about self, it's about who we are. Then you have the Moon, which is your mind, and mind is your moon. And then you have your energy. Your energy is typically Mars. And then what's happening internal to you? The internal feeling, internal responses. All of that is Ketu. So we have four. That's internal focused. Then we have Saturn, which is about other people, how others are doing. Then you have Venus, which is about relationships, connections, and the feelings and all of that that you get from other people. That's number 2, which is first is Saturn, the second is Venus. And then you have Rahu. Rahu's at a mass level, at a large scale level. At a large scale, what am I being? Who am I being? That's Rahu. So we have 4 internal, 3 external. And then we have Mercury somewhere in between. It's the middle path, which is about the nervous system, which is about how we feel and how we perceive. So it's a lot to do with perception. So it's about the perception of the inner world and the perception about the outer world. Jupiter is essentially the master of the inner world and the outer world. So if you want to bring your cherished desires, if you want to bring your cherished desires and what you really want in your life, what you want is Jupiter, because Jupiter is amazing in the internal and the external. And that's the reason we go with Jupiter. Alright, now that we've had some understanding of that with Jupiter, let's go further and see how we could use Jupiter in the law of attraction. Let's use an example. My favorite example. Jupiter in ARDRA nakshatra. So let's use that. And so let's say Jupiter is in ARDRA nakshatra, and Jupiter is in 5th house. That's like a crazy combination to have. Why? Because typically Jupiter is the Karaka for the ninth. From ninth, it's the ninth. So it's like Bhavat Bhavam of ninth. Ninth is fifth. And so here Jupiter is like even more powerful, even more potent, even more amazing as to what we are trying to do. So that kind of a Jupiter is very similar to a king. So it's a king, a very kingly Jupiter. It's not a Jupiter who's about a priest, who's about oh yes, please tell me, let me help you. But it's about a king. It's like, I got this. I'm using my knowledge. I'm using my awareness to create a reality for me, and I am unstoppable. I'm going for it. So that's the kind of the kingly Jupiter is what you have. And it's an ARDRA nakshatra, the chaos, the power, the storm. ARDRA, who's the mightiest of mighty. That's the kind of energy that is there. So there's a lot of power. There's a lot of intensity. There's a lot of focus. And the fifth house Jupiter is a dragon, the most powerful Jupiter that you have, and the kingly Jupiter that you have. So this kind of Jupiter is who you are. Jupiter is you. Jupiter is you. If you're a man, it's Jupiter and Mars, which is the testosterone. If you're a woman, Jupiter and Venus, which is the estrogen, which is there. So that's essentially how we are. We all are Jupiter. And if you feel Jupiter seems very masculine for me, can you give me another words, and then try Juno. So Jupiter and Juno, so try that. But Jupiter is you. So from there, you look at your desire, your deepest desire, your cherished desire. And Jupiter is just, you be with that desire. You're like working with it. You're being with it. You're very much being with that desire. As you're being with that desire more and more, the closest friends of Jupiter is Mars and Moon. So first is the energy of that desire. Energy of that desire. What is it that you would like to do? How does this energy look like? What kind of energy does it bring? So get a sense of that. That's the first thing Jupiter does. Anytime you have a desire, Jupiter brings the energy of that. The energy of how this desire is, what is it, what's the energy like? That's where it comes from. So Mars is immediately pulled into Jupiter's vicinity. Once there is enough of energy pull and of your desires and all of that, then Jupiter pulls in Moon. And Jupiter is not some third person who's doing it. You are Jupiter. You as Jupiter, you're pulling in with Moon. So your mind is filled with this desire. Your mind's constantly thinking about it. Your mind is making those neural connections, the neural pathway. You're feeling amazing. So Jupiter is like manifesting all of this, the energy, it's filling your mind, and you're manifesting this internally. You're living this cherished desires of yours internally. You're feeling it, you're feeling it, you have an emotional connect with it. You're so married to it, you love it. So you're just going with it more and more. And as this gets more and more intensified, you feel married to this thought or this desire of yours. You're releasing chemical compositions. You're releasing these amazing chemical compositions. And that essentially is what Venus is. So that is Jupiter and Venus. So first, Jupiter. And because it's the kingly nature of Jupiter, fifth house, and it's bringing all that amazing energy. And the fifth house is also your heart. Heart has the highest magnetic pull, more than 5,000 times than any other part of your body. So it's extremely powerful. And Jupiter is highly magnetic. It's pulling everything to it with that amazing gravitational pull. So because of the kingly nature, it's already bringing sun in because of the power, the Akrishnena Rajasa, the kingly energy and the power that's coming from. And then the energy, like I mentioned earlier, Jupiter and Mars energy, and then Jupiter and Moon, the amazing Gajakesari yoga, which is coming there. And then it's going further, where you're living this cherished desire, and you're married to this cherished desire, which is Jupiter and Venus. Chemical compositions are getting generated and created, and it's going beautifully. It's like bringing all of this there. And Mercury, as a living nervous system, is also like making these connections, making these neural connections, bodily connections, and all of that for you. So now you are a living, breathing magnet of your cherished desire, and it's happening. It's happening, and Ketu is also working with it, because it's that internal pull that you have. Remember, Ketu is on the Scorpio side, really deep. So the deeper you give, the more details you give to your desire, the more detailing you do. How is this going to work? What's the feeling? Get as detailed as possible. That's Jupiter and Ketu. So we've got a big party now. We've got Jupiter and Sun. We've got Jupiter and Mars. We've got Jupiter and Moon. Then with all this, we also got Jupiter and Venus. And as we get more and more detailed, it's Jupiter and Ketu. Now the fun part begins. Now the fun part begins, where we are consistently doing this with rigor and discipline. Rigor and discipline. And that is Jupiter and Saturn. So you're doing it again and again and again. You're not giving up. You don't care about whether I just close my eyes, open it, oh, it's not there. My desire is not yet manifested outside. You don't get disheartened. You keep at it again and again and again. So that is bringing Jupiter and Saturn, goddess Sham. And this is a great time to introduce goddess Sham. Saturn, the benevolent goddess Sham. Shamno Devir Abhishtaya, Apo Bhavantu Pitaye, Shamyor Abhi Shravantunaha. So give my cherished desires right now, and I'm just keeping at it, keeping at it, keeping at it. So you're working at it beautifully, just going at it. So Jupiter and Saturn. And then just to like add that spice of quickness, how we can get it done quickly, as easily as possible. We bring the element of Rahu. Rahu is never about the beaten path, never about doing it in a linear way, but Rahu gets it done in a non-linear way. And Jupiter and Ardra knows this very well. Extremely non-linear, highly exponential by nature. And here Jupiter is able to manifest desires in a chaotic way, in a beautiful way, in a non-linear way, in a creative way. So that's essentially how Jupiter is able to bring the cherished desires to reality. And it's a master at manifesting desires. So anytime you want to create something, you want to bring something which is there as your cherished desires into reality, go Jupiter. Bring the Jupiter energy in. Look at the nakshatra, look at the house, and really get to the Jupiter way of doing it. Because there's nothing about friends and enemies, there's nothing about where am I going, but it's about how Jupiter is able to bring different planets and make it happen. How Jupiter is able to bring Jupiter and Sun to bring that sense of power, to bring that sense of kingly energy. You are the most powerful person. I am the most powerful person, and I have the potential to make it happen. That is a Jupiter and Sun energy. You are so powerful. You're not saying, who else is going to save me? Who else is going to give it to me? You can do it. You are making it happen. So you become the most powerful person in your life. So that is Jupiter and Sun. And then it's the energy. It's the relentless fighting energy saying that I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to bring it. So that's Jupiter and Mars. And then Jupiter and Moon, the Gajakesari, where you use your mind, you use your amazing mind, you use your beautiful mind, where Jupiter and Moon comes together, and you create this with your mind. Your mind is full of this cherished desire of yours. And then as you're married to this desire, literally married to this desire, That's when Venus comes in. Beautiful chemical compositions secreting in your body, and you become the living, breathing magnet of it. And with Mercury coming in, Mercury is beautifully setting the whole stage. It's setting the stage with your nervous system. Your skin takes a different tonality. The way you are changes, and it's essentially your frontal lobe as well. So all of this coming together, we are not talking about enemies, we're not talking about friends, but we are essentially seeing how Jupiter is pulling all of this. And now it's time to bring it to the outer world through Saturn and through Rahu, where there is a discipline, there is a focus, there is a relentless focus to do it, and there is an energy of Rahu, the chaos, creative energy of Rahu, where we are able to manifest our cherished desires in the least possible time, or in the realm of simultaneous time, which is right now. And we are able to bring that at a great speed, and amazing speed is where we bring that through. So, yeah, this is essentially the uncovering of the law of attraction, the Jupiter way. It's phenomenal. Just give it a shot. Try it. You will be blown away as to how and what you thought about astrology was never the same. Astrology is never the same. It's never about gocharas. It's never about transits. It's never about what's the timing of this. But it's about how you could be Jupiter, how you could be the most powerful Jupiter and manifest your cherished desires in life and make it happen. So join me more and more as I'm going to keep making these amazing videos. And I love doing these. I love to hear from you. Love to hear what you have to say about this. And let's do this. Let's make it happen. Let's all be the most powerful versions of ourselves. Let's all bring our cherished desires to our reality, and let's make it happen. So with that, I will sign off. And do show your love. Don't be shy about it. Do showcase your love. Do showcase your subscriptions. Do showcase your likes, and share and comment. And let's make this big. Absolutely love talking to you guys. And thanks for listening so far. Take care. Bye bye.